Hello and welcome to Euphoria. Today I'm going to finish building the town square at the centre of my Lego city. Last time we looked at the new square, I'd built it a bit bigger than the old town square, and in the new square there's the impressive new fountain in the centre with its statue on a column, detailed patterns in the paving, and the lovely decorative white and gold street lamps. I'm continuing to build modular buildings, MOCs and other things for my Lego city. So if you want to see how things are developing, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to get notifications of updates. The main square in my city is called Harmonia Plaza. This is the centre of the city and there are buildings all around the square. On this side of the square is the townhouse from the Pet Shop Modular building, the old Astronomical clock tower, which is one of my MOCs, which faces onto the square with its double clock faces and the various astronomical indicators for phases of the moon and so on. There's this monument leading to the old town. There's an alley down the side of the old Astronomical clock tower, and on the other side of the alley is this old house, which I call the Katie Corner House, which is kind of a work-in-progress MOC built at an angle. On the top side of the plaza is my extended Brick Bank MOC with the laundrette next door, which I've converted from a corner modular building to a 48 studs wide straight modular, and next to that is the pet shop. On this side of the square, in the far corner, there's room for another building. Then there's the Parisian Restaurant modular building and my Townhouse and Apartment Café MOC, giving a contrast between older and newer style of buildings. So in this video I'm not going to change the buildings or the fountain in the middle, and I'm not changing the street lamps. But I do want to add some more details to this square to make it more interesting and add some better facilities for the town's population of minifigs. So I've brought the plaza in here to the build table where I can reach it more easily and make the updates. I've also brought the Townhouse and Apartment Café MOC because I want to make some changes to the outside area of that MOC as well. First of all, I'm going to finish off the paving around the outside of the plaza using dark tan tiles. This is partly because I think it would look nicer with a bit more contrast to the surrounding pavements, and partly because I recently managed to get quite a few 2x2 tiles in dark tan from the pick and build wall in a Lego store, and that's provided me with enough to change the colour of that part of the plaza. So here I'm going to take up the dark bluish grey tiles that I've got around the outside and replace them with these dark tan ones. I'll include some tiles with a stud in the centre so that it's easy to attach minifigs. Now I've brought the Townhouse and Apartment Café MOC along because I want to make some changes to the outside seating area of that MOC. Now that I've got some more dark bluish grey tiles, I'm going to change out the checkered paving pattern in the seating area directly outside the cafe. I don't particularly like the checkered pattern because it makes it somehow look a bit messy. Also, this is really part of the pavement or sidewalk area around the corner of the building and should be dark bluish grey, the same as the rest of the pavement. I'll take out the seating tables and the tree that grows in the corner here so that I can take out the coloured tiles. It looks a bit bare when I've taken everything out, and it looks like there's loads of space here, but it's surprising how it fills up quickly when I put the seating back. The chairs I'm using are very simple, just a 2x2 round brick and a chair piece in the same colour. It's not very clever, but it works well for this kind of outdoor chair, which would probably be colourful moulded plastic chairs anyway. The nice thing about these is that when I place them on a jumper tile, which has just one stud in the middle, they clutch really well, but I can rotate the chair to different angles so that it looks like a more informal arrangement. Now, when I've put everything back, I think it looks better just having the plain dark bluish grey tiles, as the seating area looks less broken up and more coherent. Now, when it's busy, the cafe really needs a bit more outside seating, and tourists and locals need somewhere to sit, relax and socialise when it's nice weather, which it usually is in my Lego city. This cafe is in a great position on one corner of the main plaza, and there seems to be lots of space next to the cafe that could be used for additional tables and seating. So I'm going to put some extra tables and chairs on the square itself, and I'm also going to put them under those large parasols that cafes and restaurants use to protect their guests from the sun or from anything falling on them. Each parasol can fit a couple of tables and a few chairs. I've made sure that the way these are fitted in doesn't disturb the pattern in the paving of the plaza. There's easily room for 3 parasols along this side of the plaza without encroaching too much on the central space around the fountain. So that provides lots of extra seating for visitors to sit and enjoy the ambience of the plaza while having a nice drink or a snack. I quite like having a mixture of the red and yellow brightly coloured chairs, as again it gives a nice informal feel to the space. And they provide a nice burst of colour in this corner of the plaza. Now, not everyone will want to sit in a busy cafe, so in the far corner of the plaza I'm going to add some additional seating in the form of benches. These will be public benches, not associated with any cafe or restaurant. I'm actually going to use the 2 benches from the Creator Park Fountain set. I used most of the parts from that set and the statue that came with it as the starting point for my central fountain. I'll add the 2 benches into this corner to make a nice sociable seating arrangement where my minifigs can meet and chat if they want to. And I think it's good to add a bin, so I'll use the one from the same set, which is a simple but rather neat design. And just to soften this corner slightly, I'll add a couple of planters with some colourful flowers. It might be nice to have some more greenery in the plaza, but I'll leave that for another time. Next, I'm going to add a couple of information signs to the plaza, just so people don't get lost. These are a simple but effective build using the 1x4x3 panel with a city map, which is actually a sticker from set 7743 from 2008. I'll put one over on the left side of the plaza by the entrance to the old town, and one on the right side opposite. I was lucky to get a number of these panels in a recent haul, which I can place elsewhere in my city when I need to. Now, although the plaza is a pedestrian zone, I don't think it would hurt to put some bicycle racks in the corner over near the entrance to the old town. I'll start with a small sign saying "Only Bikes" to make it clear that this is a rack for bicycles only. Then I can make the bike rack using some yellow railing pieces. 4 of these makes enough space for 3 or 4 bicycles. So I can put a couple of bikes in there. And again, this adds a nice bit of detail and a splash of colour to that corner of the plaza. I'm going to put my snack bar MOC in the plaza as well. This is meant to be a temporary kind of building, but it's not on wheels like a trailer, so it's kind of semi-permanent. I think we need a bin next to the snack bar so that any rubbish can be readily disposed of. Perhaps this slightly bigger recycling bin would be good. There's a separate video on my channel about how I made this snack bar by extending the juice bar from the Hidden Side theme, which I received as a gift with purchase some time ago. I think this will be another great feature for the plaza, and although it obscures some of the decorative paving, I think it will add a lot of life and colour to the plaza. So I've nearly finished the plaza. I'm going to carefully put it back in my Lego city, where it fits in the centre of the buildings that sit around and face onto the plaza. So that's looking pretty good and a lot more interesting and colourful than it did before. Just one more thing to do now, and that's to let the local population of minifigs back into the plaza. I've got lots of options about where to place my minifigs because I've put lots of jumper plates, or tiles with one stud, in the plaza. That lets me securely attach the minifigs using 1 foot so that I can place them facing any directions I like and they don't fall over. So here we have the finished plaza with lots of minifigures milling about. They love walking around the square, meeting up, taking pictures and so on. And now they've got somewhere to sit, more places to relax and have a drink or a snack. I see that some have already found the new seating and are enjoying a drink, so the cafe is doing a roaring trade. And the new snack bar is open for business. I think the plaza is a lot more interesting and colourful than it was before, and I'm pleased with the way it's turned out. I hope you like it too. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please press the like button if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments below. There are lots of other videos on my channel about how I designed and built the buildings in my Lego city, so you might like to have a look at some of those. Don't forget to come back soon and subscribe to this channel to see more videos about my MOCs and my Lego city.